BMW 1 Series.
I do know who's a virgin.
And with that, we are live. So, hello everyone and welcome to GHR GT Sport.
Please say I'm not on share.
Oh, that okay. Thank goodness for that.
Please
Well, hopefully your mic didn't work like last time. That's what
hopefully.
we gotta hope. But anyway, it's GT3s. It is a reverse mini championship here, reverse grid mini championship, I should say. But for this first race, it's down to whoever's fastest. We're going to be doing 5 races today, each 10 minutes long, pretty much as we did. I think last week or before.
Sorry.
Okay.
Good luck with that, because that's not going to be happening in GHR next season.
What won't be happening?
Might not be happening at all, given what's been happening in the last couple of days.
Oh yeah, so you're on strike apparently.
Yeah. I'm not
Let's not go into detail.
Oh, maybe some people want to
refuse.
be interested in what's been happening recently.
It's just
because,
very good at rebowling.
Yeah.
The 3 people that have tuned into the stream will be very interested in what's been happening in the last couple of days. Yeah, 3
One of
people.
them's me.
Congratulations.
3 people when we have just started the stream, so I'm no into.
I'm pretty interested in that.
And that'll be our viewing figure, because once again, because I'm on strike, I'm not posting anything on Twitter or anything else like that. Do it
So
yourself.
I will do that instead.
Do it for yourself, do some work.
Oh well.
Feel what it's like to be actually in charge.
Yeah, which we both have been over the past couple of weeks since the partnership started.
So I'm guessing your work mainly comprises of editing.
And asking if people can race, and yeah, co-commentating, putting up content on Global Hub Racing Extra, sorting out thumbnails.
However, that hasn't begun yet.
Well, yeah, it has. We've done. Well, I've posted up the two laps, Canada.
Are you sure James is aware of that stuff?
What?
GHR extra stuff.
Hell Hydra.
Instagram model based fans for £10,000 to fund their boob job.
Who wouldn't pay for that?
Who wouldn't pay for that? Because he is absolutely fit.
Just find someone else.
It's from Venezuela.
James is solid opening his wallet.
Drugs money. That's
It is like
On the streets.
Ayrton Senna doble deal.
Everton. Hamilton.
Right, we'll start in 2 minutes.
At least let me complete my lap.
No, we're going straight into the race. No, the first one will be whoever's fastest, etc. all the way down to the last. But the next one will be reverse grids.
I'm gonna crash. My money's on Jack to win. Then you get kicked out of the league. Kapow. Ireland declares war on Wales.
I'm not even gonna fight back.
ILR GT Season 5 sign-up's coming soon.
I would admit
So
Wales
they're
is much better than Ireland. But then
Thank
Ireland's
you.
better than Scotland. It goes America, England, Wales, Scotland, Ireland. No, Ireland, Scotland.
No, Northern Ireland, then Ireland.
Yeah.
Still doing my lap.
Jack, you're second. You don't need to improve.
I got a lot of time to improve.
Because I'm on strike from commentary doesn't mean I can rest.
Well, trust me, James, you may not want to.
Yeah.
Oh, for me I do. For tonight, yes I do. And I'll dedicate any wins that I get to Keelan.
Aww, aren't you cute?
That's so big.
I'd rather dedicate it to Keelan than to Baldwin.
What if Keelan wins all the races?
No, I'd rather dedicate it to Keelan than Baldwin.
Oh.
Keelan, I bet someone won't have a rank over that.
An inside joke from earlier on.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it upstream, come on. Go ahead. I'm not in the mood. Christian boy, oh wow.
That's unfortunately hasn't killed himself by that.
What happened?
Boom! Nice.
Uh-huh.
Well done, Jack.
Hey, I'm ready to.
No. Go. Shit.
Maybe I just got some pace.
Maybe you just use
This
this
is
as well.
bullshit, isn't it?
Maybe
Oh,
I could
it's
use
improving. I accidentally read it wrong. I thought I was like
mute
4
everybody
seconds
else.
down on my time, but I was.
And start the race. So good luck to everyone except one. No, Deneen, I'll say good luck to him. It's pretty obvious, I think. Anyway, let's start. And now I have full control over what I say in the commentary box, which is perfect because I can commentate on what I want. So, how do I start a race? Oh yes, here we go. Well, let's get ready for the start. So if everyone wants to put their predictions in the comments and who they think will win, I think that we will get a Mr. Meyer win, unless he disconnects, of course, which is kind of likely, but it's only 10 minutes. It's a 10-minute race, so he shouldn't really be disconnecting from these. One dislike on the stream, and we already, well, I already know anyway who that is from, which is very ridiculous indeed. But anyway, 5 red lights. If anyone wants to hop in the commentary box, by the way, and he's not racing, then you can. And it is go, go, go. And Mr. Meyer has got off to a very predictable start there. He's down to last. Or actually, Billy's last. He's not even got going. But T-Hawk, anyway, is leading the field going down into turn 1. Or was that turn 2? There's a bit of a kink there, I think. But anyway, heading through now into turn 2. Or this could be turn 3. T-Hawk leads the way. Boudet settling in for second. The 2 championship contenders, of course, from FRL days. Lovely scenery here. But anyway, let's focus back on the main action. Real slipstream, of course, no boost today. Thank goodness. So, less crashes, Less drama, but more pure racing, which is what people want to see here. And quite a few hitting the wall there. I think that's V12 man and one other person who we shall not name, for obvious reasons. Heading down into the Twisty Complex here. Oh no, that's not the Twisty Complex. Well, it's coming up soon here. But T-Hawk and Boudet trying to go down the inside. Not quite, although he might just get alongside. No, he can't, but he'll just try and defend now from Pelly, who's had an excellent start in Jaguar. Is he? No, he's too far back, of course, to make a move there. But, yeah. All clean so far, apart from a few brushes with the wall. And, oh, just saying that, T-Hawk and Pelly and V12 man as well have run very wide indeed. So wide, in fact, that they have dropped positions. And Boudet now. He's got a sizable advantage, 1.7 seconds. Incredible stuff here as he heads through the twist. This is the Twisty Complex here. Oh, judging that perfectly there. And oh dear, look who's behind. Let's not focus on him. Oh, Billy's gone for a bit of a spin, I think. Probably thinks it's Sanquan B or A or something. JB also struggling as I get interrupted there, but luckily no sound was heard. Mr. Myers finally got going as he heads through the long right-hander. And let's try to avoid the Porsche, because Porsches are very terrible cars indeed, aren't they? And especially those who are driving. Apart from Mark Webber, of course. And Brendan Harden. And the other guy, I forgot his name. V12, he's going to go around the outside there. I think he... Oh no, he's going to get the inside and force Rocco off, and there's a collision. Oh dear. And T-Hawk's just gone around the outside. So that is a great move from him. Even though it was kind of gifted to him. That's my vibe. Mr. Meyer. Oh, he runs a bit wide, but look at Rocco's got the extra speed there. And he's going to pull alongside, is he? Is he close enough for a move down into turn 1? It's very difficult to make a move here. He'll probably go for it into turn 2 or wait until turn 3. That long straight. Oh, it's going to be 3 wide. That's going to be tight. Someone's going to be in the wall. Both cars there, T-Hawk and the Welshman into the wall there. Deneen just waiting for anything to kick off. Is he going to make a move? He is into... This is a hairpin. Is it a hairpin? Yes, it is a hairpin. Well, kind of a hairpin. And to those who are just tuning in, would like to know the guy in second, who would have been commentating, has gone on strike. Yes, you heard that. But, nonetheless, the show goes on. For Mr. Meyer. This is the place. And that one was... Well, he just lost a bit of time there as well, I guess you can say. I thank goodness this race isn't as chaotic as usual GT Sport races, because, well, F-Roll GT Sport races when we had boost on, as T-Hawk makes another mistake at the same place he did on the last lap, which is very interesting to note. And, well... No boost, normal settings, real life human settings seem to provide good racing. Not as good as having strong race though, I have to say. Well, thank goodness, because otherwise we'd be hearing none of my commentary because I'll be interrupted all the time. What? Alright, back to the action then. What? Right, got rid of him. Right, now we can focus on the racing here. Mr. Mai in the slipstream of the Rocco Reggie for real. And he's pulled alongside. Can he go for the move? Into this very long hairpin. It's very long indeed. And he makes the move in his BMW championship winning car, of course. Oh no, it isn't, because it was GT3, so he won the championship. Whoa! Right, I do apologise about that. Some stupid person has interrupted this stream. But anyway, we will continue. Usually my co-commentator would pull in and help me in this moment of need. But no, he's not. And Silas has joined in, thank goodness for that. Silas, he'll be down on the scorecards, but oh well. Oh, and look at that Porsche. Very terrible car there. Out of shape. Deary me. T-Hawk in slipstream. And T-Hawk much faster than the car ahead of him. And oh, look at that. Bit of contact there. Completely unnecessary behaviour there. That should be a blacklist, I think, and a disqualification. Anyway. Toad, oh, Toad's just having a bit of fun, isn't he? He's just going around the track as he likes. V12 man as well. And JB, they've been wanting to have strong boost probably, because yeah, not having great races so far. But every point counts, of course. Every position counts. Mr. Meyer with a lap time of 3 minutes 30. Time remaining is 1.5 minutes, so this should be, in effect, the last lap, because this is a very long circuit indeed. But no comments so far, but that's alright. If you want to leave a comment on who you think's gonna win this championship, then you can. Your top 3 predictions, and whoever wins gets a prize. Probably a toaster. And I was just joking about toasters. We have no budget for the hub race. Well, we do. Well, in effect, we kind of do. As oh, T-Hawk's gone for a bit of a crash there, but never mind. He'll continue on his way down the autobahn, as the Germans say. Mr. Meyer losing the car slightly, but he's on course for, I think, 2nd place. Down the back straight we go. Any battles? Not too sure. Here is a comment. Thank you so much, Toad. Toad, down in last. He's going to score a point. And I do appreciate it. He's got enough time to send the comment and still finish in the points. Any moves down here? No one really close enough, I don't think. But the gap for the lead is actually coming down. Not for the gap between 2nd and 3rd though. Which is interesting to note. And it is the final lap of the Grand Prix. Is it a Grand Prix? Do you call these Grand Prix? It is... no... that is another World War II reference, Silas. T-Hawk doesn't tend to like those kind of jokes. Anyway, oh look at Mr. Meyer go. Can he win this race? On the final corner, I think this is the final corner. Is it coming up here? He's gonna do the switchback here. Oh, and he's just hit Boudet, and he's lost a bit of speed there. But he's in the slipstream. And he's closing 2 tenths, 1 tenth, no tenths at all. Oh, is he going to nick it? Oh, by 6 thousandths of a second. Mr. Meyer wins. Congratulations to him. Well done on the guy in 2nd place. 4th place is Rocco, 5th T-Hawk, Pelly 6th, Deneen 7th, JB 8th, V12 Man 9th, and Toadweed there in 10th. Let me write down all these on my trusty notepad. Boudet 2nd, Rocco 4th, T-Hawk 5th, Pelly 6th, Deneen 7th, JB 8th, V12 Man 9th, and Toad coming across the line to finish in 10th. So just make up the scores here, so it'll be with the usual point system that we have. 8, 6, 4, 2, 1. No well, we could do constructors standings, but yeah, it's just more things to worry about really. This is only for the drivers in particular. Pelly, who hit me on lap 1? I was last after that. Not too sure, Pelly, but I will save a replay. And well, for the next race, I think we'll leave it up to the people to decide what track we should go for. And that means even I can vote for a track. So I'm going to go for Alsace. As we move on to round 2. So Alexia, I have a feeling it's going to be Dragon Trail Seaside. I will unmute everyone else so everybody can hear. Yes, it is Dragon Trail Seaside. And I'll change it to reverse grids. So in the meantime, we can unmute everyone. It'll be a blue screen, but we don't need to worry about that.
Olivia ran at Willow Springs.
Yes.
That's
the
what I'm going to use.
Marlboro one? No.
No, it was in Pro-Am.
Oh, I love this track. I really love this one. It's like my little baby, this one.
Coming out the track, so GT3 delivery.
Are you changing cars, Jack?
I'm really slow at.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm staying in the same car for all 5 races.
Well, I'm training this car
The
from
people
now
going
on.
at, no wonder people are slow around there. Oh, Alex Miller's joined. Ooh.
128.
In second to San Croix, 328 point flat, I think it was, and that was up by me. If I overtook.
Oh,
I'm
Greg's
gonna be
going
second.
last.
No, I'm gonna be third actually.
Oh
yeah,
yes,
I'm gonna be third on the grid.
well, I came back from the back last time, so that doesn't really. I'm a position ahead of where I was last time. So I'm not
Wait.
sure. I'm too close with that.
I'm
happy
gonna
with
start
that.
like 5th. I came second to last, but like 4
Around
people
this
joined.
track, it is going to be quite easy
Good
to
luck,
make
Bucko.
around if people make mistakes.
Especially the chicane, final sector.
Ah, that's your.
The chicane's my spot where I gain
TFL
places.
logo on the back there. Lovely. Can you change out the GHL next season?
I will.
I get
Just
shafted.
saying that we'll go
Get the
back to
GHL
this.
logo on that.
We can go back to this if we need to.
He set it to previous race results, which means I'm going to be starting behind Buda.
I'm going to be last.
Because the quick guys are going to be at the back.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
But
Unless
this
you come
track-
fourth last, it's
But this track is going to create a full load of chaos for people.
If I get a
I
clean start,
guarantee you
people
this
can
is
get
ball
away.
around the wrong way. Oh no, it's Pelly.
I think if I get into the lead on start, I'll be able
Press
to get
start
away
in
for a
1 minute.
bit.
Oh, I might be able to get a lap in.
It's a ball by 1 minute, so the race is going to start any second now, I guess.
Just make sure you feather the throttle through that uphill bit. Just make sure you feather the throttle and try and attack the power on the exit. I don't brake, I just feathered off the accelerator.
What are you talking about?
You get a much better run off.
Oh,
You get a much better run off and you don't lose the back end.
D-Last literally just bent me over. What the fuck?
That is everyone muted. Except for me, of course. Let's see what everyone has to say in the comments. Actually, let me start the race. That's a good idea, isn't it? Yes. Right. So, Toad, how did you get a good start on GT Sport, I guess it's saying? I'm not too sure, you know. Definitely don't do it F1 style and just plant your foot to the pedal. Or R2 button, if you don't have a wheel. Could you leave one spot for Lawrence? Yes, we can. Oh, we've started. He hasn't joined. Oh, sorry. A good start in these is for me half throttle, then put it up to 75%. Then once the grip is there, 100%. Not a bad strategy there, I have to say. Well, I'll try, says Toad. And Onyxma has completely messed it up, hasn't he? Yeah, I don't think he was listening. But anyway, this is going to be very interesting going into turn 1. I mean turn 2 as well. Well, both turn 1s and turn 2. As they all try and jostle for position, heading down into the chicane, and a couple of people cutting the corner there. And, well, oh, Danine's lost it. Oh my, oh. Well, that was to be expected, really, I guess you could say. V12 man somehow leads the way. Toad, who I think was ahead, is now down to pretty much last place. Well, he's 12th out of 13 drivers. So V12 man still there. Look at him working the wheel. What a fantastic driver he is. JB in second, Pelly third. And Pelly's gone for it. Has he made it stick though? Because look at JB around the outside. Look at Mr. Miles changed his car. Yes, he's changed his car. Oh, look how close they're getting to. Crash there. Denise. Oh, Toad. Oh, Silas. Oh, yeah. Everybody kept it clean apart from Silas. He was the last person to cross the line. Unbelievable stuff. Mr. Meyer, though, is fighting back. Going around the outside here, which will become down the inside. Penny flashes his lights. Oh no! Oh, that is an embarrassing mistake to make. I do apologise about that, Penny, for capturing your embarrassing mishap there. Boudet too as well, spinning off in the background. But V12 man pretty much has this race all under control. So much, in fact, that I think could have a pit stop. And when I say a pit stop, I don't mean like changing tyres, I mean actually having a full course meal. Well, with a 1.1 second advantage, I don't think so realistically, but metaphorically, you can certainly do that. You can do anything really. In a metaphorical way. But Mr. Meyer, is he going to win this race or is he going to disconnect? Put your predictions down in the comments. Oh my goodness me, V12 man, getting so close to the barriers there. that he almost crashed. But anyway, let's go back to the battles further behind him. We've got somebody in 5th, 6th, 7th, and yeah, look at Rocco there, doing an excellent job. Some guy in 4th. T-Hawk's also catching on to the back of these guys. Well, we'll just see if that actually happens. Because in the last race I think he made a couple of mistakes which cost him positions. But anyway, Rocco is just setting up the car I think for a move, and that's very wide, and that's going to make Onyx catch right up to the back of him. So instead, see, he's got to really judge this to perfection here. In effect, it's almost like balancing cupcakes on your fingers. You got to just get it just right. You know, 1 degree to the left or 1 degree to the right could mean you have to eat off the floor. That's not nice. As Rocco makes another mistake there, that wasn't good at all. But of course Rocco is not very good at GT Sport, as he's told us many times before. I'm not very good at GT Sport as well. But Onyx Mert down the inside, what a fantastic move. And he's up then into P5. And, well, V12 man must have made a mistake, and that was Billy up to 2nd. This is incredible. Oh, Billy's had a crash. And he's dropped down to 4th. Which is not good indeed, but Mr. Meyer, he can certainly have a pit stop and a half, because he's 4.7 seconds in the lead. And for a second there, I thought I had my mic muted, but thank goodness no. Otherwise that would have been a waste of time, a waste of mine. 6 minutes. 12 seconds. So then, any predictions on who's going to win the championship? Like I said in the last race, you can put down in the comments. Because I actually do have the stream up here, so I can actually read what everyone's saying. That would have been the responsibility of somebody else, who's actually in 2nd place in this race. But unfortunately, he's on strike. And that's not the last time I will mention that. But that is the case here today. As V12 man, I have to say, the much quicker driver at this stage, flashing his lights, he's going to tell him to move out of the way. And I think everybody here wants V12 man to get past him here. Not only really for the sake of this race, but also for the championship, because it'll make it much closer. V12 man finished 9th in the last race, and the guy ahead of him finished in 3rd. So that would just kind of make things a little bit closer, I think, in midfield. Say, approach the chicanes of doom. Very nicely done. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. They're all finding the limits. Look at that. Oh, well, Bude was pretty much the only person who didn't hit the wall there. They're going to find a very hefty bill from whoever owns Dragon Trail Seaside in real life, of course, because they pretty much ruined that barrier. Oh, what? Wait, this track doesn't actually exist in real life, did you say? Oh. Anyway, the V12 van's lost a couple of tenths here actually. He must have made a couple of errors there. But that's a good try from him anyway. We should be getting about 6 laps here. So another lap and we would be done, I presume. Unless we are frozen in time. Which hasn't happened before. Well, it actually did happen to me once when I noticed that it was 2:34 on my analog clock. Well, actually digital, I should say. Well, actually it was analog. And both digital, it's happened to me in both. I don't know what I'm talking about clocks, as Billy has had a bit of a moment there. And I've dropped a pen. And he is going to come under threat here from Rocco, who's going to go down the inside. And he gets the position, but he mustn't hit Bude, which he doesn't. And that's good stuff from him. Always in that car, I think, Rocco. I've never seen him in a different car, apart from when he was back at McLaren, of course. McLaren, of course, set up by Bruce McLaren. And he was from New Zealand. But no New Zealanders here today, unfortunately, because, well, fortunately, I guess you could say. No disrespect to any people from New Zealand, but their connection is going to be a bit of an issue. When I say a bit, I mean it's going to cause absolute chaos, so, yeah. But who knows, we might have an Oceania League. But for now, it's pretty much, very much European at this point. Certainly so, because look at that. Oh, Sila says, oh dear, he's going backwards. And I think he's found the handbrake, so thank goodness for that. He has stopped in a safe spot near that orange post there, which is actually for fire marshals. And Jacko says, all the best, Rocco. And yes, indeed, thank you very much for watching. And to all the 9 viewers who are tuning in so far. And yes, Jacko, very unfortunate, of course, that you have been blacklisted for now from the league. Yeah, it is a shame. It's a massive shame, because although you are sometimes, you know, you make mistakes. Everybody can make mistakes, and I think maybe the punishment is a bit too harsh. But anyway, I can't really do much on the matter now. It's been dealt with, so we're just going to leave it at that. But Mr. Meyer is going to win the race, because we have 2 seconds left. And he's going to cross the line now. And he wins the Grand Prix from somebody in second. And third place is V12 man. Onyx Smurf finishes in 4th. T-Hawk 5th. Boudet 6th. Billy 7th. Rocco 8th. JB 9th. And Denis finishes in 10th position. And I am writing down these positions, so don't worry everybody. I will tell you the results and who's where in just a moment. So, Mr. Meyer leads the championship with 50 points. To be expected, everybody. I mean, come on, he's just won the first 2 races out of 2. Who else do you think would be leading? Maybe Oxygen. Maybe that would have been the smart answer to say that. But it's not really Oxygen, is it? It's nitrogen and the rest of them. Oh dear. Somebody else, Mr. Strike, is in 2nd place. And to those who are just tuning in, by the way, who don't know, he is on strike. Yes. I know. And we have no music. I do apologise to everyone, but, you know, no music, we don't be copyrighted by some Japanese company. And just saying that, we have just got music there. 15 plus 80 minus 7 to 43. Does that make sense? Hang on, let me work this out. 18. Or let me do a track vote. Or have I got all the positions down? Yes, I have. And actually, for those who are interested, Denis, Pelly, and Silas for the other positions. Alright, let's do a track vote. I'm gonna go... What is it? Oh yeah, I went for this one. This one. If we get the same one again, or a ridiculous track, we'll just... yeah, we'll just... do something. I don't know what yet. Right, I need to do this sum. 18 plus 15. 5 carry the 8 minus 2. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 13, 33. Yes, that's it. 33. Brands Hatch Grand Prix circuit. And why are we at a time of day where most people are heading to bed? I think I should change that. If it's too dark. Although, I mean, the cars do have headlights, so... Well, apart from Lightning McQueen, of course. As we learn in cars. Right, let me, actually, that's not a bad time, but I think people want to see fine weather, as it were. So let's just do that and yeah, annoy a couple of people who just headed out to track there. But we will be starting in literally like 1 or 2 minutes, guys. So stay tuned because yeah, we'll be starting very, very soon. V12. Oh, I've got to save a replay, haven't I? Oh, okay. Right, let's do that then. I'm just working out the scores here. Onyxmer 12 points, T-Hawk 10 plus 10 is 20, Bude 18 plus 6 is... no, 18 plus 8, 18 plus 8 is 26. Billy 6 plus 0 is 6, Rocco 12, 34 is then JB 4, 5, 6, and Denise 6 plus 1, 7. Thank you very much, everybody. Tune in next week for some algebra. Replay, let's save the replay. Lovely jubbly. And we will be starting in 1 minute, so nobody has any practice. And I've just realised that there is a pit glitch, so we might be starting more. Well, in but a moment. As we see the best drivers of Global Hub Racing doing their thing. I mean, this is just fantastic. Oh, Rocco's just killed a person there. Oh dear, this is yeah, oh dear. Maybe I should have just left the time as it were. I think 6:15 was a lovely time. Don't know what I was talking about before. I killed already like 20 pit crew members. Yeah, maybe if I... oh, it nearly got out there. It usually fixes it. It usually like mends itself in a couple of minutes. Actually, if I just start the race, if everyone's in the pits, then nobody will have any practice and we can just start the race. Superb. Superb logic there. Is everyone out to track? I hope everyone is. If everyone, well, if people are sitting here saying, oh, I'm not out, you know, there's a pit glitch, let's just, let's start the race regardless. 13. And how many people have we got in the lobby? 14. That's enough. That's enough. There we go. We can now officially start the race. And thanks to my absolutely fantastic plan here, nobody has got any practice. Right. A load of comments coming in now. Oh, what is happening? I don't know. But Mr. Meyer is actually leading the championship. And yes, you heard that right, guys. He is leading the championship. And Onyxmer has left the room, apparently, which is very sad indeed. Hopefully he can join back. But not for this race, as we are about to start. Lewis has said he might be on mediums. Now that is not great to hear, because, yeah, you can have the super soft tyres. No restrictions here, of course, in this championship. Reverse grid, so Pelly will start first. From Lewis, who has a jump start in the Ferrari. Oh dear, yeah, that's not good to see. But anyway, heading down into turn 1 here, this is Paddock Hill Bend. And that's probably the only corner I know around this track. Oh no, Drury's is the next one, isn't it? Oh, and there's a crash. Oh there. Many people off. Oh no, actually no one really suffering any sort of damage there, apart from Lewis, who of course jumped the start, as everyone could see clearly here, because I said it at 11:30 with fine weather. And Bude, oh dear, doing a bit of rallycross I see. And T-Hawks just hit the championship leader. Oh, and Lewis and Billy have got into a bit of a yeah, the crash there. And yes, everyone, I'm just gonna sit here and watch this brilliant driver have a bit of a moment there. But anyway, Deneen is in second place, who actually finished out the points in the last one, so this is how unpredictable this championship has turned out to be. Apart from Mr. Meyer, of course, who seems to be dominating things. But not in this race. He's down. Oh, he's already up to third. Oh. Well, regardless of that, we're going to get a pretty good race here, because I think the fastest guy on this track is Mr. Meyer. As Pelly says, the fastest lap of the race. So, T-Hawk, Toadweed. Is Toad going to go down the inside and do a bit of a Jason Potato move? Oh, he might be. Oh, T-Hawk just getting that position there around the outside, as they did, of course, in 1940. I do apologise about that, T-Hawk. I won't say that ever again. Mr. Meyer, 5.8 seconds. Look how much time he's gaining on the straights alone. Clearly, he's doing something very illegal here with his power unit, but not as illegal, of course, as some of the, well, Lewis, of course, having that jump start. But hopefully he's learned from it. He's just, basically, this is just a practice session for him now. JB hopping across the grass there a little bit. V12 man. Oh, he's just V12 man, isn't he? In 5th place. Seahawk 6th. Somebody in 7th. Toadweed in 8th. I think this is going to be a great race, because we have faster guys out of position, really. So we should see them catch up, although it won't be as chaotic, of course, as the usual races. Boost, strong boost. Oh, Pelly's just, he's bottled it. Pelly has made a tremendous error here, and there goes Mr. Meyer down the inside, and he's taking that place. Just can't be making those mistakes, Pelly, at these kind of prestigious events. But an Irishman leads from a Welshman, who leads from a Dutchman. And no, this isn't the start of a joke. It is Club Racing GT Sport Reverse Grids Mini Championship Round 3, as Pelly makes a mistake yet again. That's going to cost him. JB is going to get this position, I think. And Pelly again, just too scruffy, I'm afraid. And when people say not too bad, not too shabby, well, that is very shabby indeed, as he's just made another mistake. And he's off. Off. And I think he's given up, but don't give up. Never lift off. Well, actually, Billy might want to lift off Pelly up into that corner. So to Rocco, everyone's off. What is going on here? Brands Hatch. Seems like Brand's snatch of oversteer or understeer. Whatever Martin Brundle said that one time when he did that feature in the Red Bull that I watched on YouTube. That in no way was uploaded illegally. And it wasn't me who uploaded it, by the way. So Mr. Meyer's going to win another race. And by this point, I think we're going to call this rigged, because there's no way he can be that far ahead of everybody else. But actually, we're going to see some overtaking here, so this is absolutely fantastic stuff. We're not going to see any overtaking from the guy in 5th, probably. Well, actually, we might do. And look at that unnecessary weaving there. That is not great at all. That is not what we like to see there. Moving around. T-Hawk's keeping it nice and straight there. The guy behind him's just, look at that. He's going to try and go around the outside here, and he does get the move. And he does actually go wide. So, I think that's unfair advantage here. T-Hawk might have a go down into clearways. And yes, I've just remembered that. Name of that corner. Clearways. I think. I mean, Mr. F6 would be, or Mr. Foxtrot, Gamma, whatever you want to call him. Oh, Rocco! He's doing a ball boy. He's doing what I did back in IF3C. I think he was going backwards there. There's no Mr. Titanial, no Mr. Dusty Racer there to be taken out, so don't worry, don't worry. There's no Australian lagging all over the place and taking you out of what could have been a potential podium finish, and my only podium of that season. But of course we forgive and forget. But yeah, I think everyone can agree that Porsche is such a terrible car. And the 911 is such an interesting car, isn't it? And that was a joke, by the way. But 9.2 seconds, I mean, what's he doing? He's just ruining the show for everyone, isn't he? Slow down! Gosh. This is not F1, is it? You can slow down a little bit. Blue flags being waved. Now actually, blue flags were actually introduced because someone wanted them to be in. Yeah, I bet nobody knew that before. Anyway, heading down into Paddock Hill Bend, which isn't actually, there isn't actually a paddock on Paddock Hill Bend. It's actually quite further behind that corner. But then again, people at Brand Snatch, I mean, what did they... Oh, what was that? Someone's just, oh, Silas, oh dear, and the tyre screeching, much like scraping your fork along the plate. It's gonna do your teeth in, isn't it? Oh, dearie me. And Rocco has, well, Rocco's decided to build some sandcastles down at Clearways. We've got 1 minute 40 seconds left on the clock, and I might as well just write down the positions on who's won the race, because it's clear to me who's going to win. But for those watching, we've got an intense battle here. We've got JB, we've got Boudet, who's going to come out on top. Well, there's only one way to find out, of course, and that is for JB to overtake. Boudet down at Clearway, side by side, keep it together. And that is a sensational move, but it's not quite done here, of course, because they have to head through this long, well, it's not really a long straight, but here in Brand Snatch it is a very long straight indeed. No snatches of oversteer here, as Boudet takes the position. Boudet runs slightly wide, but not as wide as, of course, there's a couple of other people as we've seen here today. 38 seconds left. Now, does Mr. Mai have enough time to back off and win the race? It was done by Exbury, of course. And he failed, of course, as everyone knows, of course. But to those who haven't watched that race, yeah. Exbury was leading by a comfortable margin before he decided to slow down at the line, thinking that he would cross the line after the time had run out. That didn't really work. But I think here, Mr. Mike can actually do that with 8 seconds left and an 11-second margin. And he's gonna do another lap, isn't he? Superb stuff. Deneen, oh, that was very close indeed. Of course, Deneen, the much better driver in this race, because Deneen didn't go for a 360 spin. T-Hawk in 4th, great job from him. Boudet, well done, Boudet getting 5th place there. JB in 6th, Billy, oh, this battle's still raging on actually. Between the two drivers. Yellow flags. Oh, that's Rocco, I think. Going for a spin or another. Just writing down all the positions there. T-Hawk was fourth, wasn't he? Yes, he was. There we go. Mr. Meyer delaying things. Although he's winning the race. But at least this gives me great time to do the championship standings. 33 plus 18, 43, 53, 52, 51. Oh, Lewis says, and on the start my wheel wasn't plugged in, so I was just sitting there. Oh, okay. Yeah, Alex, yeah, you nearly won, Lewis. I think you were such a great driver here in this race today. You were so close to winning it. Better luck next time. Denise, 7, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 15, 16, 17, 19, 21, 22. T-Hawk, no music here, of course, for copyright reasons, but we will get music. Like so. And I think it's time for people to vote for the 4th race. And I'm going to go for a bit of a different one. I think I'm going to go for Tokyo Expressway East Outer Loop. Can I get a win? No, you certainly cannot. Especially after having a strike. I think that's a deduction of 25 points from the championship for deciding to strike today. T-Hawk, and we are doing a Lago Maggiore. And actually I'm going to give people a bit of practice. But only just a bit. While I do the standings anyway. 32, Bude 26, 36, JB 8 plus 6 is 14, and then Billy 6 plus 6 is 12, double 6, double times 2, carry the 1. Toadweed 1 plus 4, that's a difficult one, we've got the XYZ, that is 5, V12 man, 17, 18, 19, Pelly carried a 2, minus the 1, carried a 3, Pelly 8 plus 1 is 11, minus 2 is 9. Right, so, oh, I've got to... Do I change the weather? You know what? I'm going to go back on what I said. I am going to make sure no one has any practice here, to make the race even more interesting. But anyway, at least this gives me the opportunity to go through the standings here. So here we go. Mr. Myers first with 75 points, followed by Mr. Strikey in second with 51 points. The championship can be won by Mr. Meyer if the gap stays of similar margin. Third place, as there's a glitch to come, but annoyingly everyone's made out the pits, which is not great for those wanting a very unpracticing race. Third place is, I think, Bude. Bude's got 36, T-Hawk's got 32, Deneen's got 22 points. So that's, and V12 man is 19. So those are the guys in double figures anyway. Maladen Bracco, night or rain? No practice. We can do it in dark conditions here, Mr. Bracco, but unfortunately, the guys over at Japan doing GT Sport, I don't think know what rain is, because there's no rain on this game. Anyway, I'm going to put a message here saying race starting in 30 seconds. Right, let me save the replay. So if everyone's thinking, oh, I'm going to tune out here, the race isn't going to start for another half an hour, you'd be wrong, because we are starting very soon indeed. In fact, I think 11 people watching is probably one of the highest figures we've had GT Sports. And, well, for Mr. Strikey, who said that this would be an absolute disaster with me running things, I think things have been rather successful. So, there we go then. What happened to that practice? Well, compared to the last race in Brands Hatch, this is more practice. This is actually, practice has gone up by 3,000,000% here compared to the last race, because you got no practice at all. So let us begin. And I am not going to go to track. I did say it would be a short practice, just get one lap in. Right, let's start the race. It's reverse grids, of course, for those tuning in, and for those who cannot read, yeah, obviously it does say reverse grids. And for those who can't hear, I would do sign language, but unfortunately, of course, this is GT Sport, and yeah, I can't really do that. Morse code, perhaps, if anyone's interested. I think I've just called SOS there, over there. Anyway, Onyx Mur is leading, or is going to lead. Oh, Silas, what is, oh no. Silas, I think, oh, Silas, oh. Anyway, Rocco leads down into turn 1 then. Onyx Mur's had a dreadful start. Lewis actually knows now not to stall or to accelerate too early at the start as they head through turn 2 here. Everything seemed pretty, well, seems pretty, oh, I was going to say it was pretty clean there, but would you know it, Mr. Strikey, who has actually gone on strike for this evening. Yes, that's not the last time I'm going to say that. He's gone on strike and he's decided to take everyone out, which is a fantastic thing, which is absolutely fantastic, isn't it? Anyway, Lewis there back into second place. Let's focus on the best drivers, of course, and just saying that Rocco's just gone wide there. So then guys, who's going to win this race? Post your predictions in the comments. I definitely will read out all the comments. See, that says, why no speed? Well, you definitely got speed at the start, but not quite the start, because you did get a jump start. And look at this side by side. Pelly hopefully doesn't mess up here as they head through a perilous corner. That is not El Rouge, but it's similar to El Rouge, and it's, oh, Pelly, oh dear, oh dear. Oh, Pelly. Pelly. Dear, oh dear. Anyway, Lewis is actually leading the race once again. Well, he was already leading to begin with, but he's doing a great job in the Ferrari. Toadweed also doing a fantastic job. Mr. Meyer, though, down in 9th. So he's not having the best of races so far, it has to be said. As it is now 8 o'clock, so apparently there's some football matches going on of great importance, but not as important, of course, as Global Hub Racing GT Sports. Boudet, Rocco, side by side. Rocco, Boudet, lovely job. Boudet might actually get the position there, so he was actually defending Rocco behind him, but he's actually got the car ahead of him. That is how close that battle for second is. JB8 and Silas. Oh, that is very unfortunate. I don't know what's happened to him. But that is very unfortunate indeed. Lewis still leading the way there, as there was a massive bang in the back, but don't worry, they were not soldiers. Boudet in second, so I had to once again see whatever that noise was in the background there. Boudet actually might get the lead here around the outside. Oh my goodness me, what a move. But he hasn't actually got the stick there, so he might need to buy some pretty sticks or anything just to make some moves. And no, I don't know what I just said. But anyway, Boudet around the outside is going to get the move done. Is he? No, Lewis decides to defend perfectly there. Boudet gets the switch back, and that should be him up to first, but no it isn't, because he is such a fantastic driver. So too is Lewis. Rocco also catching on the back of these guys, he's just hit the wall, and so too is Toad. Mr. Dean can catch up, but Dean's got a 0.2 second penalty, so Onyx Mo is going to try and make a move there on the back of these guys. Billy now in 7th, but he has 0.4 second penalty, and the two championship contenders actually getting quite close together on track there, P9 and P10. There's a lot of things to say. Thank goodness I'm not commentating tomorrow. That's because I'll be racing. Oh dear. Boudet is leading the race from Rocco in 2nd, Deneen in 3rd. It looks like we've got boost on, but we don't really have boost on. If you know what I mean. Deneen not able to make the move there, unfortunately. And all I can say is that thank goodness the next race is the last one. Because otherwise, well, it would be much of a struggle. Mr. Meyer up to 5th. I think those interested in the standings want to see this. They want to see this battle because Boudet is just too far ahead of everyone else. Rocco. Actually, this battle for 2nd is going to be really close. But, well, just under 5 minutes to go. I wonder who's going to win this. Mr. Meyer actually is looking very handy for a move down the inside here. It's Ireland versus Wales. Wales wins on that one. Mr. Meyer doing a superb job there. Whoa, 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 whoa. Where is Deneen going? Goodness me. Going way too off track here. That has given Mr. Strikey an opportunity. And he clearly took it there with Deneen. He's going to take it with the Welshman here. Down the inside. Bit of a reckless move, I have to be honest there. And he's right on the back of Onyx Murray. He's going to go diving down the inside, pushing Onyx. Oh, that was disgraceful. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. And just to mention as well for those who've just tuned in, yes, he's not commentating today because he's got a strike. But at least it gives us hope for a championship finale going into the final race. That's all I can say on that matter. Yes, he's lost it. And there goes the Welshman, the much better driver. And he's got the position. Great job there. Onyx Mer, is he going to go for it? I certainly would. Yes, he is. And he ghosts. Even though there's no real kind of ghosting system. I don't know what I mean either. Anyway, Mr. Meyer now is going to win the championship as a result. Mr. Head needs to get past. It's as simple as that, really. Mr. Head finishes the race ahead of Mr. Meyer, or the championship is done and dusted. So that's the way things stand at the moment. And at the moment, as they stand, will be Mr. Meyer winning the championship. What on earth was that? Oh, Rocco's just had a crapper thing with Deneen there. That is very unfortunate indeed. But at the moment, actually, Mr. Head's got past Mr. Meyer, so that would mean, in effect, the championship rolls over to the final race. But why is my mouse here? Look at this mouse. What's it doing? What's the mouse? Let's hide it there. Actually, is there a way I can... No, I'll just leave it there at the corner. Oh no! Oh no, he's attacking! He's attacking the Porsche, the mouse! What's it doing? Oh no! Oh dear, oh look at, oh dear, oh look, the sparks coming out, oh dear. Oh, what a shame. The attack of the mouse has just ruined that Porsche there, which is already quite a terrible car. Indeed. But Mr. Head anyway, I think Boudet might get another lap in. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be like Countdown when you can't think of a word. Boudet. Yeah, this is gonna be another lap unless he decides to back off, but I wouldn't risk it. I wouldn't risk it. Or maybe I would actually. If that's the line. Oh no, that's not the line there. Look how far that grid goes down there. Very interesting indeed. But here's the battle people want to see. Mr. Meyer and Mr. Head going wheel to wheel here. I mean Mr. Strikey. And at the moment, as things stand, of course, he needs to get past for the championship to go on to the final race. Round the outside here. Definitely a doable move because this corner is quite wide and he gets that position done, but I have to say my overtake on Radiant Wizards was much better indeed and more spectacular, of course, because these guys basically slow coaches compared to F1 cars. I think Mr. Meyer's going to have something to say about that. But I'm actually going to write down the scores while these guys battle. Even though this is for the championship, in effect. Side by side. And Mr. Strikey gets the position, but he makes a mistake again. He's making so many mistakes here. Which is not what you expect, really. Well, actually it is really to be expected, I have to say. Mr. Meyer in second place. I think he might wrap up the championship. 51, 61, 71, 45. Yes, he is. He's going to win the championship here. Mr. Meyer is going to win the championship as a result of finishing in second place. Congratulations to him. Unfortunate for the viewers, of course, because we don't get a championship finale. And Boudet wins by gaining 8 positions. Silas says he needs water. Silas, let me give you some advice. Water is easily made. All you need is hydrogen and oxygen. If you can get those together in the right sequential order, you have yourself some water. Alright, let's save the replay. Let's do a track vote. What are we going for? I'm going to be ridiculous and I'm going to say... Alright, let me take down the race results. Mr. Meyer... Mr. Strikey. Lawmans, how do you join? It is an open lobby in effect to those who is my friend on PSN, that is. Oh, we've gone for Barcelona. Barcelona, in fact, who did win last night. as it turns out. Can I borrow some oxygen? Yes, you can see that. I'll deliver it for you in a nice container. And yeah, you can do that. Oh, room ID is at the bottom left, Lawrence. I'll just point that out for you. There's the ID. Pause it here. And yes, you can go on your merry ways. 10:30, a bit early in the morning, but could be worse, could be worse. Already saved the replay. Right, let's get the race results down. 7th, T-Hawk. 8th is Lewis. 9th is Billy. And 10th is JB. Right. Let me just double check to make sure everything's alright. Onyx Merce says, can't believe some people in this league are actually league racers. Yeah, this Mr. Head 14 guy is very unclean, isn't he? Oh dear. Let me actually, I'll give these guys a bit of a practice, considering it is the last race, and maybe some of the accidents were caused because people don't know where to go. Boudet 36, 46, 56, 57. Oh, actually, maybe the championship isn't wrapped up yet. 36 plus 25, carry the 1, 6, 11, 3, 4, 5, 6, 61. Mr. Meyer. 75 plus 18, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, carry the 1, minus the 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 93. Mr. what do you call him? Thingy. Mr. Strikey. 51, 61, 62, 63, 66, 66, 96, that's it. Sonics, 12, plus 12, 24. Rocco, 16, 26, Denis, 22, 32, 31, 30 minus the 5, carry the 2, minus the 1. Oh, we've actually got Xpree, or he's just joined now, or Mr. Murdoch. So I shall mute him. It's unpleased screener. Right, there we go. We got rid of him. Right. Well, we haven't got rid of him technically. T-Hawk, 32, 33, 34, 35, 6, 7, 38. 38 points. Lewis, a new scorer, got 4. Billy, getting 12, 14. JB, 14, 15 points. Right, so 93 take away 61 is 32986. 32 points. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. The championship is over. So let me read you the standings. There's Billy's left, so hopefully you can rejoin. Or actually, I think he's watching a very important football match for him, so that might be the case. As Pink Flamingo is the music we are going to listen to. Actually, we're not, because we're going to spectate T-Hawk going for a bit of a crash. See, that's saying, Rocco, you're fast. Interesting. Anyway, Mr. Meyer has won the championship with 93 points. Mr. Strikey, this guy, is second with 66. Third is Boudet with 61. And there's a couple of other guys, I'll just say them. Onyx has got 24, Rocco's got 26, Denin's got 30, T-Hawk's got 38, Lewis has got 4, Billy's got 14, JB's got 15. I've got nothing. Anyway, predictions. Who's going to get second and third in the championship? As we will start the last race very, very soon. As Lawman's managed to join, if he uses his SSR account, I think I've got him as a friend. So you might be able to join that. If not, don't worry, this is just a fun competition, so yeah, nothing really to worry about. I'm sorry, I have trouble with this course. I have trouble with these tires. I have trouble with this floor. Adjusting pieces. Want to change track. Dear me. Anyway, I'm gonna get myself ready for the start of this race. Alright, I think I'm ready. Oh my goodness, what is going on here? It's a meet-up of some sort. Alright, let's get this race started then. Billy's joined back. Is he actually out on track? As V12 man has left the party. Yes, he is. V12 man is. Oh my. See, the one time I give these guys a bit of practice, they were able to start. V12 man's left. I'll give it another minute. If he doesn't join back, then I'll start. In the meantime, then, you can check anything that's kicked off in the Discord. Mr. F6 says he's blacklisted, which everybody knew he was, even myself. Now let's check the score, shall we? 4 goals in 12 stunning minutes. What on earth? Oh my goodness me. What am I missing here? 2-2 already? Is that even 15 minutes? We've had 4 goals in 12 minutes. What on earth? That is outrageous. That is absolutely outrageous. Anyway, back to GT Sport. Mr. Head says start, so we will start indeed by his instructions, because I want to see this cracking match that's going on right now, so let us begin. Alright, so we are starting. How on earth? In however minutes? That is just ridiculous. And the fact that I would have watched this if there was no GT Sport action today. Oh dear me. Anyway, let's start. You bottled. The last race, yes, but there's always time for improvement. You're starting 6th, so. Anyway, I'm gonna actually have the BBC not good okay. And see what's happening in that match, because there seems to be more action there than there is today. Well, I mean, there's loads of action, so no need to disrespect the drivers here. Apart from the guy who is starting at the back, or near the back in the Porsche. Anyway. Oh, that's a bit close, isn't it? Goodness me. Things just getting a bit too tight out there, but it is Pelly who leads the way, and he is prone to making mistakes. So guess to expect some T-Orgs off. T-Org, the championship winner, of course, from FRL GT4 Season 2, is off, and that's surely him out of it. Rocco down the inside of Silas. Goodness me. Pelly leads the way. Lewis down at the back, he's bottled it even more there. But Pelly doing a superb job. Oh, he's got a penalty! What is he doing? Pelly, what are you doing? Oh, what a shame. What an absolute disaster for Pelly. He's gonna have to slow down at the chicane or something. Dear oh dear. Oh! Someone cut the chicane. That was Deneen there. What on earth is he thinking? Oh, what on earth is happening here? Look how close this is. Rocco, Billy, side by side. This is great action here. Some person here going around the outside. And he's got them both. But you have to say that he will be deducted points, of course, for deciding to strike. But actually... Oh! Ooh, T-Hawk. Dun 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 dun. A bit of drama there with T-Hawk. Not sure what happened there, T-Hawk. I didn't really catch it on stream, but anyway. Hopefully. Oh, there. Oh dear, oh dear. And there is another goal, by the way, in that match. I can't believe what is happening in that football match. This is just outrageous stuff. 3-3 in aggregate. Mr. Murdoch says, oh, and yeah, definitely so. Bude going off wide there. Onyx Mur down the inside. Is he going to get the position? No. Dear, actually, he might be good at commentary. So if he's watching, if he's tuning in, and if he wants to commentate, then you can. If you want to commentate over the next 6.5 minutes. Perfectly fine. And look at that, look at the hold up here. Onyx Mur 4-second penalty. What's he done? He must have cut the whole track or something. Oh my, this is turning out to be a superb final race. Pelly, although, you know, these top 3 guys in a class of their own, and I think Mr. Meyer will actually get away from these guys too. And yeah, you gotta say, goodness me. Wow, great stuff. Well, thank goodness this race is about to end, because everyone can watch complete madness that's going on in the League of Champions. Although these guys are very, you know... Anyway. Back to the action. JB right on the back of Mr. Striking. Who's had a bit of a rough couple of days, has to be said. Onyx Mur has left the room, and someone's just done a meme. They've just taken out all the barge boards. Anyway, not so much action going on now. Oh my goodness me. Back to back to back to back to back races in commentary. I wouldn't suggest that on anyone. But 13 viewers, this is the highest, one of the highest I think we've had on, well, on GT Sport. So, I think that's all thanks to my commentary. So thanks everyone for tuning in. And it's not over yet. Look at that. I'm not Why did I say Silas? Billy Deneen. Silas is off. He's in the pits. He's off to get his oxygen and hydrogen atoms. And it's the 2 teammates, although it doesn't really count, does it? Teammatey stuff. And oh please no, let's not see a victory. In fact, what I could do, but I'm not, is if he is leading the race. Just about as he's coming up to finish the race. Just kick him out the lobby. No, we'll do that, alright. Anyway, so let's focus on some great drivers. Actually, oh, Silas has gone for a bit of a spin. Maybe he's suffering from having enough oxygen. But anyway, we have got a battle for the lead. That is what everybody wants, no matter if you're a Porsche fan, which hardly anyone is, and a Jaguar fan. You want to see these cars go at it, and in fact we might get even more people battling here if these guys battle enough, so we'll just wait and see. But anyway, 2 minutes to go. Who's going to win? Put your predictions in the comment section, because we do have 12 people watching, so anyone who wants a prediction, who do you think is going to win? Mr. Strikey. Mr. I'm not going to commentate today because I'm not happy. Because I haven't had my cow pull yet. Or is it Pelly, Mr. Oh, I'm in the lead of the race, oh, but I make mistakes. Who do you think it's going to be? As they head down into whatever corner this is. I don't know these corner names actually. Pelly's in the slipstream, he's got a 6.9 second penalty. Surely that's him done, but Pelly's going to dive it here. Pelly, oh, why didn't you just smash him off there? Not that I encourage him, it was just a joke. 1 minute 36 seconds, so the next lap should be the final lap of the race. We got yellow flags somewhere. Oh, CP1 Lewis, I bottled, you bottled, you certainly have, unfortunately there. And that is the end of your race, as it stands. Pelly though, still sticking to the back of him. Credit, I'll give credit where credit's due. Superb stuff. But I don't think he's able to make a move here. And with the penalties situation and everything, there's no chance really. I bottled last race big time. And this one again, I'm afraid. Unfortunate, but there you go. Move on. 28 seconds left. Under 30 seconds, that is. And, well, who knows if Mr. Meyer had a bit of bad luck in the last two races. Who knows what would have happened, what could have happened. He sets an even quicker Sector 2 time. But someone's doing a me! Toadweed is blocking the track and I think always taking out the bollards. Hopefully he does it in front of the leader because actually no, that's not something I recommend anyone do. But here we go, Mr. Strikey is going to win, but unfortunately he is going to get disqualified from this race and from the championship for deciding to strike. And that is it. So that means Pelly wins in the end then. And JB will get second. Actually, JB gets second. Well, JB's going to win then. Well done, JB. Great job. Mr. Meyer, Denis, Billy, Lewis, Silas, Toad's already finished. And there was somebody else. Oh, Toad's gone backwards. Oh. Liverpool have just scored, by the way, for anyone interested. 1-0. The penalty system on this game when this game is a joke, striking just before the race is also a joke. I put some banners on the racing line. Thank you. Tim says, as are some of its drivers. Oh, that's T-Hawk. Yeah, T-Hawk, unfortunate that you got taken out there. Or something happened, I'm not too sure, but anyway. That's, that happens sometimes, unfortunately. In fact, I can work out who... Boudet 10th. Can we do Monza and do Grade X and then fly? Well, unfortunately this is the last race. But I can certainly set it to whatever track people want. Owners shouldn't race, but only if you're a good one like me. Well, unfortunately what I've seen today is you spun a couple of times and yeah. Not great. Not great. Toad! I'm gonna have to wait about a couple of seconds. Silas has left, so that should be the results. Lovely job.
Oh, get no scopes. I got a no scope.
Silas.
You know, I'm really
Silas. Silas and 8. Well, he's get 4 points there anyway. Lewis gets 4 plus 6, that's 10. Billy 14 plus 8, that's 24, 23, 22. I'm just gonna let them vote. Let them choose whatever track they want. I'm not going for Brand Snatch, I'm going for Northern Art Speedway. Deneen 30, 40. Mr. Meyer, 93, 103, 104, 105 points. Well done to him. Pelly 9, 15, 25, 24, 24. JB, 15, 33, and Mr. Strikey, 25, 66, 76, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91. So only Mr. Meyer got into the hundreds, 105 points. So let me just wrap up the championship for you guys. No, there'll be no more races, unfortunately. But you can do whatever you want. In fact, I'm gonna spice things up a bit. And let's get the Grade X cars going. See how fast you can go around Monza. I think that's what everybody wants to see. Or actually, I'm going to put to grade. Whatever you want. You can just drive whatever you like. So, here are the championship standings, the final championship standings. Jack Meyer wins the championship with 105 points. Congratulations to him. So I can't spectate. There we go. P2 is Mr. Strikey with 91, and he lost. So ha ha ha. Spectate Lewis, right? Spectate Lewis. Third place goes to Boudet with 62. And then from then on, I'm just going to read out whoever got who whatever points. Pelly got 24 points, Deneen got 40, Billy got 22, Lewis got 10, Silas got 4, Toad got 7, JB got 33, T-Hawk got 38, Rocco got 26, Onyx Mer got 24, V12 Man got 19. And that's it. Oh, and I got nothing. And here's a sensational lap from Lewis. Oh, fantastic chicane there. Brilliant line there as he builds up the speed heading down into Curvo Grande. Any second now. As he heads up into third gear, 48, 49, maybe 50 miles an hour. Oh, not quite able. Oh, yes, he's got 50, but he drops back. No, he's getting back up to 50. What a superb line he takes there. Swooping through he goes. And I think now it's time to read the comments. James, you are every fast. I tried everything to stay ahead. I couldn't go faster. Could you put it on GRX? Well, I've put it on any, so you can do whatever you like. It's a joke. You shouldn't push top guys with middle guys. Spectate me. T-Hawk says, I just can't believe that there are no noticeable improvements in some drivers' racecraft. As of right now, it's normal to be dive bombed or pushed off track, and I can't see how. Oh, sorry about that, guys. I don't know. I was looking at something as a moth. Anyway, and I can't see how you plan to run a competitive season with the current racecraft. Well, okay, so I can understand the argument, and things will be done if drivers, take people out. Then obviously they're going to get, race bans and things like that. But at the end of the day, we're not only letting the best of the best race, but we're also giving everyone an opportunity to race. Gave Housley an opportunity to race, although that didn't work. Like for every Housley, there's 10 blizzards. Although not quite blizzard, but you know what I mean. Watch me, I'm going to fly, says Toad. Oh, I'd love to see this. No, it is not normal. These will be addressed in our driving regulations moving forward. Each driver must follow the rules and drive clean in order to ensure high impression standards. Yes, definitely so. And let's watch Toad fly, shall we? And then I'll unmute everyone. Well done. But anyway, before I get interrupted, I suppose, by the many people who are going to be in the chat right now, I just want to say, personally, thank you very much for all those who tuned into my commentary. I think it was very excellent indeed. I think it was the best commentary in a very long time. What on my screen? I fly like 10 meters in the air. Yeah, I don't know why. It's very strange indeed. Anyway, let's unmute everyone, shall we? And yeah, we'll do the interviews. So blue screen. Oh dear. Everyone is unmuted. Just going to invite people. Hi. I'm just going to invite the other guys if there's any other people needing an invite. Yeah, Mr. Strikey, I think was a much better name. Oh. Mr. Strikey is the guy who won the Barcelona Circuit de Catalunya, the Circuit de Catalunya Grand Prix. Wow.
Oh, the name's
Oh, what on earth?
I think I saw you in the lead once, Deneen, and then you got passed. Oh my god!
Anyway,
Well,
interviews. I'm going to make this general, so... Mr. Meyer, congratulations on your championship win. How was it for you today?
Pretty easy for the first few races. After the launch on the first run, got taken out on the second, third, fourth, and fifth, but still fought my way back.
No, I think it's just.
You certainly did. Yeah, 105 points in the end. Completely dominant. No one else could catch you.
Except James.
But you still won.
Yeah.
Wait, Jack. Oh, that's insulting.
So congratulations. And yes, hopefully you'll make it for F2
Oh,
for tomorrow.
baby.
Right,
Well, Mr.
next person. Let's go for Rocco, who finished with 26 points in the championship. You had some good races, but you had some bad races as well. So, would you think it's fair to say it's been an up and down night of racing? If he's here, hello. Okay, I don't think he's here. So we'll go over to our next person, Deneen. How was today for you? How was the racing? Where are we? Oh, there you are.
Oh shit. I don't know.
No.
Deneen, how was today? You finished with 40 points, so that's a fantastic amount of points for you. Talk us through it. Deneen. Hello? Okay, I don't think we'll get any interviews apart from Mr. Meyer, so...
Then do Mr.
Oh,
This way, go to the
And that just comes to show what an unprofessional bastard you actually are.
I actually have a comeback to that, and I think striking
Quality ball boy.
is even more unprofessional. I think it's the most unprofessional thing you could ever do, really.
Unprofessional. Do you know why I strike tonight, guys? Do you know why I strike tonight? Because David Warbank could not be kicked from the session.
Well, he was.
A blacklisted member.
He was kicked.
Listen to this. No, a blacklisted member gaining access into our end lobby and not getting kicked straight away. What does that do for us? What does that do for us? That makes us look bad. Makes you look bad because you're the lobby host.
Oh.
He was kicked within a couple of minutes.
If you want to make it personal, let's make it personal. And let's make it personal over stream because I don't care.
Yeah, no, that's fine because I think everyone wants to hear what's been happening, so we'll just make this situation open to everyone. I mean, he joined in, right? I just started a lap.
Just a joke,
okay.
let them even do one lap. Thank you, Storm. At least somebody agrees. Jack Meyer, I think, agreed with me as well in the party.
The thing is, right? The thing is, right? So when he joined in, I started my lap, okay, and I was doing a couple of laps here. And when you were also, you know, saying things as well, I decided to not kick him immediately and to kick him within a couple of minutes. So it wasn't like he stayed in the lobby for much longer than 5 minutes. That's the time frame we're talking about here. And you decided that you wanted to have a strike over that, which is quite ridiculous.
Well, I mean, there's most of the time good things always coming from a strike.
Yeah. Like a race win.
I mean, look at the Industrial Revolution.
Yeah, but
strikes,
it's definitely it's not the right way to approach things at all. Over that, and if he was racing, then yes, definitely, you know, a strike, and you know, that would have been, you know, reasonable. But he was kicked, so I don't understand. I really don't.
I guess it's just a response time.
Just a joke letting him in, or do a lap. Well, I was actually on a lap myself, Storm, so that also accounted for the delay.
Have you seen his other comment? Which I'm not going to say.
Everyone in and call it FRL. No, this is Global Hub Racing. And Toad, thank you very much. At least somebody agrees there. Thank you, Toad.
Remember what I said in the
Thank you,
social
Toad.
chat? You're doing it again, yeah. Just the way things are, T-Hawk, sadly.
Yep. And it's nothing to do
But
with
people,
what I'm
people
doing.
see people see sense. People don't see sense.
All this time, I've been very positive about things, but I'm afraid other people don't see that, so that's unfortunate, T-Hawk.
Oh, I do see it. I do see the positives of this league. 20 races per tier. Reserves that are going to be implemented for each tier, which there will be. GT Sport looking as strong as ever with 2 planned championships. Project Cars 2 to get off the ground very soon. What's not positive about that?
Well, I mean, people can see it in the chats, you know, just what's been happening the past couple of days. T-Hawk's mentioned it, and T-Hawk, he's not even involved in the F1 side of things, and he still isn't, you know, he still can see what's happening.
Technically he isn't because he's in F4.
Hey, still a member of the community.
Yeah. Yeah, of
Everyone's
course.
a member of the community.
But T-Hawk does have a point on what he says, I think it was yesterday or the day before, with the constant bad attitude. It's gonna get nobody anywhere, really.
Yep.
That is a point.
Question for
There
James:
is-
Has there been any more sign-ups for Project Cars 2? I don't. As far as I checked last time, there was no new sign-ups. But we do have a possible 5 more interested drivers. 5 more
Is
interested
Touring Car
drivers.
still leading?
Touring Cars is still leading.
Oh,
IndyCar
not considered.
and I think it's the McGann Trophy that is tying for second at the minute, about 5% behind.
Okay, so what
If
you're
you're
saying is we
interested
need to
in
make a
Project
Duke
Cars 2,
account.
get signed up because I'll put out the sign-up form should be in the Discord, I think, somewhere. Somewhere. I don't know where. But it should be there. I'll put it in the Project Cars 2 side. And we have, by the way, appointed a brand new GT Sport coordinator. That will be revealed in a special conference, a live press conference, in a couple of weeks' time, when we know what we're doing and what is going to be carried out, and who the admin team is going to be behind that.
So on a somber tone, I guess in the stream.
I sure hope we do. Just to come back to a point actually that's being made by T-Hawk. I said it's normal as of right now. Yeah, it is normal as of right now. I think the driving standards certainly in there from a few people need looking at because, to be honest, as a driver, I got hit twice by people spinning out in front of me. Somehow I kept it going both times, but come on, you should know to learn how to drive by now. Give each other respect out on track. Keep it professional. Keep it clean. That's all we ask. All we ask. If you can't do that, if you can't do the simple basics, then we have a problem.
Alright.
hell is my mate lifting 140 kilos?
I think.
Hench.
Absolutely ripped, yeah. To be fair, I did well for my first time in GT3 cars in a year. Lewis did do well. Not so much in the first race, because I think he was at the back. But he improved and certainly drove well. As did the majority there, to be honest. The majority drove well. And there were some great moves, especially made by me if he didn't catch them.
But not as good as mine.
Excuse me? Who got beat on the run to the line and Blantash?
That must be a different guy. That was my twin brother. Yeah, I know some.
No, stop using that excuse, I used it. So,
It was my long lost brother.
terrible. Anyways, yeah, we'll end it here.
Yeah, thanks to everyone watching. We had record-breaking views for a GT Sport race on this channel, so thanks everyone for watching.
And I wasn't commentating either, so good job.
Yeah. Thanks everyone, and everyone who kept me company in the comments.
So the one person that did.
No, we had quite a few actually.
I kept checking in, there was a couple.
So, yeah, tomorrow we've got F2. No VN.
F2, yeah, you're gonna be in the great company of me tomorrow night on this channel. Whether I can get Kyle in is another thing. VN me, we are gonna be having a re-look at his thingy, his incidents, 10-1 incident, because I feel that I might have been a bit too harsh. But I'm not sure.
You think?
We'll find out. So, on that note, tune in tomorrow 7 p.m. for that. It'll be Canada. And
If Todd's wondering that.
that's a good subject actually.
My race F2 reserve.
We're not assigning
We'll be
reserves.
deciding about the reserves in the thingy. I have a compromise that I think could work.
Yes.
Go on, Sam.
And we'll discuss that behind the scenes. So thanks everyone for watching, and until next time for the Canadian Grand Prix. Goodbye.
What?
Pastor Maldonado.
Dirk Muller.
Damon Hill.
Don't! Why do you have to
Damon Hill. Damon Hill. Damon Hill. Damon Hill. Damon Hill.